Good evening, ma'am. Very good evening. I would say the warm and the most prestigious and most honored moment for me is that you are in front of me because I regard you the most respectable, the most prestigious person. Why I regard you? Because you have experienced a lot of phases in your life. You have experienced a lot of shades in your life, and I am very inquisitive to know about your life. How did you see? And I want to learn a lot from your experience. So accept heartiest welcome from my side, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. You made my day. Thank you so much for appreciation. Welcome to the session. Welcome to my channel, Meenu English speaking. How are you doing?
I am doing absolutely fine, ma'am, and now I am doing great as I am having a conversation with you, ma'am, and I want to know about you.
Okay, you want to know about me. Okay, let's start with the introduction. I will go first. So, I am Meenu Puri. I am from Delhi. I was born and raised in Delhi. I completed my Masters of Computer Applications. So, I am an MCA. After that, I went into computer field. Like I was a software engineer. I worked in that field. Later on, somehow I got my calling. So now I have been, helping English learners across the globe. I'm helping them learn spoken English with the help of my YouTube channel. That's all about me.
A very wonderful introduction, I would say. And the most remarkable thing is I have ever visualized in all of your videos is the smiling face. And the session starts and the session ends with your smile. And there is always a constant gesture of smile, which I think that is the encouraging factor for those who are having conversation with you.
Thank you so much. Really, I am feeling so great. You have given me some positive vibes. There is a positive aura, so which I can feel. Yeah. So, yeah, what's your name?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Gulnaz Islam. I am from Punjab, Pakistan. I have done my master's in English as well as in history. I am a gold medalist in history and I have been the topper and scholarship holder at my college level, and I have been the writer and editor of college magazine Amber. And if we talk about essay writing competitions, I have won two essay writing competitions. First at divisional level, where I was given the second position and I was given the certificate and a cash prize by the government of Punjab. At that moment, then I was promoted to have a participation at provincial level. Punjab provincial level. Then I again secured the second position and I won the competition. I was awarded with 75,000 and a cash prize and a 2 day stay at Carlton Tower Hotel hosted by the government of Punjab. And a historical visit was offered to me by the government of Punjab and I readily accepted that. And if we talk about my practical career, then I was extremely honored because I was given this honor to have coaching by my most honorable respected Sir Amar Bin Adal at his own college, New England College, where I delivered coaching to master's classes in language and linguistics. And after getting married, I have been the head of department at Bahria Foundation College and in English and history. And currently, I am running my YouTube channel named as Gul Knowledge Hub, and I have four kids, three sons and one daughter. My son is also a debater and a speaker. My daughter is also a debater and a speaker. My son has recently won the competition at district level. That's all about me.
Wow, wow, wow. So you are such a multi-talented woman, and your children are also equally talented. That's amazing to know. So, how did you think of starting your YouTube channel?
Ma'am, as I belong to a rustic or rural area, so a remote area, you can say, with little or no resources, because I belong to such a background where no one was a educated person. So when I thought that I have done a lot of things in my life. I should deliver this or to all human beings, and rather to the all girls and women who are just thinking and who are just overthinking that we don't have any kind of resources, we don't have the availability of resources, rather we belong to a rustic area. My father was very sportive person throughout his life, and it is because of his efforts that I have secured so much things in my life. And I want to just motivate the other women and the girls that you should have to think positively. You, if you have your mind, if you have your mind, and if you have your all body resources, then you are certainly a resourceful person. And if you have a willpower, an ambition, a devotion, dedication, and determination, you can even conquer any mountain in the world. There is no setback, there is no hurdle which can prevent you from getting your desired destination. That was the basic aim with which I started my YouTube channel
Hmm.
before, I think 4 years back. 4 years back I started my YouTube channel, and initially I uploaded ninth grade standard syllabus, tenses, grammatical rules, and you can say direct, indirect, direct, active, passive, and 10th grade standard. And after I switched that, there is something more I have to contribute, because these things belong to a regional area like Punjab. Syllabus 10th or ninth grade standard is limited to a particular area. I should open the wide horizons in the world. Then I just thought that English is a global language. If you want to connect with the whole world at large, then you have to adopt this medium of instruction and this tool of communication. And finally I thought that this is my way and I have to start this journey. So I started uploading the videos to sometimes the motivational videos, sometimes how to gain fluency, and how to overcome all the challenges and the hurdles. After that, I think that now I am talking to myself, I am delivering the inspiration, but there is something lacking. And the thing which I felt that the lacking point was building connection, direct building connection or direct relationship. So I thought that there is now I have to go a further a step ahead. And then I switched to the conversational videos, and now couple of weeks I am doing conversational videos, and it is a huge honor for me that people are showering upon me. And this is all about my YouTube channel.
Yeah, actually, people learn more from
And
conversational
I
videos.
was so curious.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I have a deep down desire somewhere in my heart to have connection with you, to have conversation with you, because I want to ask a lot of, rather a plethora of questions from your side.
Okay, okay. So you have made a list of questions for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God. So I have to answer all these questions. Okay, before answering these questions, I want to ask you, you are doing a job as well as you are managing your household. You have children, you have your husband, you are working as well. How are you, you have your YouTube channel as well. How do you manage time? How do you manage everything?
Yes, ma'am. After 1 year back, I have left the job due to this time restriction, and now I am focusing on the kids development and my channel development only. Now I have only two occupations, or two, you can say only two interests. One thing is my obsession, you can say passion. One thing is to develop my kids in the most constructive way, to build them as gentlemen. And the second thing is to do whatever I can do through my channel to deliver the positive vibes. And I have often said in my YouTube videos that even if I get the one view, if even if I get only a one view, and that one person is getting benefit from me, that is the most honorable thing from me. And you will be, ma'am, surprised to know that when my channel was finally monetized after 1000 subscribers a year back, and one of the subscribers just said, ma'am, you are so patient that you just worked for 3 years, and after the completion of 3 years you have met your criteria, and how did you maintain your consistency? And I answered that consistency, if you built it with your passion, if you built it with your connection or with your willpower to do something, then it is maintain. Otherwise, consistency or the motivation just dies away or just flies away, because these are just like the spark. They vanish after a short period of time.
Correct, correct. Okay. So it was very difficult to make time for everything. That is why you quit the job.
Yes, ma'am. I have to manage the speech preparation for them, extracurricular activities like making charts, drawing activities, and making their schedules, and having quality time for with my kids, and have a play time with my kids. And I have to make different kind of dishes because my kids are very fond of my cooking. So I have to make a lot of dishes for them. So I have to be within them all the time. That's why I have to decide one thing. And I left that job, and now I am trying to manage all the things.
Okay, do you ever regret quitting the job?
No, ma'am.
No, that's great. Because if we regret that, we can't give 100% to other things. So you are very happy
Yes, ma'am.
that you chose your kids.
Yes.
You want to give them quality time and good upbringing.
If we are sacrificing the rights of our children or the kids, and we are doing all lot of the things, then at certain period of time we do not feel at present moment, because it fleets away. And after passing some moments or some years of our life, when we are in an old age, then we will feel the same kind of behavior will be transferred to us, because I believe that the ball which we throw on the wall will return back to us.
Hmm.
So this I often perceive according to the actions, according to the deeds which we often perform.
Okay, you believe in karmas. Whatever we do comes back to us.
Yes.
Isn't it? Yeah.
My very first question towards the dynamic personality which I have in front of me is that, do you love to be to take risks, or you accept the things as it is? Are you a risk taker or a person who just accept what is it is?
No, I am a risk taker. I don't accept as things are. I love to take risks. I love to do new things. I love to take up challenges. I am that kind of a person.
That's why you are on the YouTube channel. Because most of the rebellious persons, they do some kind of rebellion from their society, because sometimes society restrict us to do to be on camera sometimes, because I feel from my society as well. And if we have a rebellious attitude somewhere in our heart, then we can go, and it means that we are a risk taker persons. So
Yes.
that's a great thing.
When
Continue,
I
please.
started my YouTube channel, some people made fun of me. There was a guy who is in my WhatsApp group of school. I mean, we are connected through WhatsApp. There is a person who is in my WhatsApp group. So we were together till class 12. So, instead of congratulating and saying all the best for my new venture, he said, "Oh my God, can you teach me English? मुझे भी आ जाएगी ना?" So, he was already good in English. So many people, tried to make fun of me. But it's difficult when you start something new. We know that there are people who would try to pull you down, and these are your own people. These strangers will not make fun of you. These people will make fun of you. And that I was aware of. That if it doesn't do well, I will have to get a lot of criticism and trolling. But in spite of that, I thought, let me do what my heart says.
Yes, ma'am, because the strangers do not make fun of us. It is our dears and near ones to us, whom we love a lot. They are the first one who get mocking point of us, and they are the same person when we get some kind of victory. They are the first person to clap for us, that we encourage you. It is all who were at the sporting point for you, and something like these remarks are often come from all those persons. But if we just if we just feel, or if we just behave like a deaf towards these kind of negative behaviors or negative trends, then only we can chase our dreams.
Right, right, right. We have to keep our focus only on our goals. If you take their comments to heart, then you can never succeed because people will keep saying something. They will say something whenever you start something new. If I had started a traditional business also, then also they would have said something that you won't be able to do it or it is very difficult or some because they don't want you to succeed.
Yes, ma'am. True, very true, ma'am. Very true. And it is the basic reality that 99% people are going this way. And if we start a little forward to opposite side, often those 99% would attack whatever we are doing.
Yes,
If we are sitting, they would say, why you are sitting? If we are standing, they would say, why are you standing? It's the era of sitting down. These
correct,
kind
correct.
of things are often corrupted from.
Right, right. You are right. When we don't do anything, then they
Yes.
say, yeah, we are just homemakers. Look at those women. They do so much. They are, I mean, one of them is head of this thing, one is doing this. I mean, they also know that people who are doing something different, people who are financially independent, are getting respect. They know that. But once one of them tries to do that, they want to, pull them towards themselves so that this person doesn't get successful. They want them to be one of them only.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely true. And next question I want to ask from you because you are an experienced person and you have seen a lot of phases in your life. You are at this stage that you can say the things which are often are, you can say mostly they are true. And I want to ask one question. How do you feel? How do you feel when you get stuck in the tough challenge or tough situation? What is your reaction? Because all the learners mostly they want from your side that what should be the reaction of a person when they get entangled in the maze of challenges and tough situations.
Okay. So I think about it. First of all, I talk to my husband, my close ones, my mother, my sister, my brother, and my sister in law, brother in law. I try to talk to them. First of all, I try, whenever I'm facing a very difficult situation, I try to talk to my husband and daughter, first of all. And before that, actually, I try to solve it on my own. If that doesn't work, then I talk to them. Then also, if there is no solution and I'm really stressed, then I go and talk to my family. But I generally try not to talk to my friends because I have felt, over the years, I have felt that it's good to just have fun with your friends. If you try to tell them all your private matters, your personal problems, I don't think they do much, but they would maybe tell everyone about it, or maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe they secretly become happy because I have heard about it, your own friends and near and dear ones sometimes are happy when you are stuck in a big problem. So I try to solve it like that. I do Google and all, but uh, I stay very, very stressed for a few days, but in just a few days, in 2 to 3 days, I try to find out a solution. So that way I handle a tough situation.
Very true. And because first of all, you depend on your own personality because you have a strong stamina. You work out for the possible solutions or the possible, you can say the way out to come out from these kind of challenges. And if there is no way or there is no silver lining, then you come out and you just talk to your husband and your daughter. That is really amazing because it is a known fact that we have, as we keep the secrets to us ourselves, then we are safe, then we are respectable, then we are honored. But if we just break a little secret or if we disclose a little secret, then we are not that much kind of a revered or the honored person. I have felt in my life.
Yes.
If you want to be a distinguished person, if you want to be a respectable person in the society or in the eyes of the others, then you have to keep yourself close as much as you can.
Yes, because people around you try to take advantage of your weaknesses. So you can't let your secrets out, you know.
Yes. Ma'am, and one more thing is that sometimes it is a traditional reality and it is sometimes conditioned that English is a foreign language. English is just like an alien.
Right.
And throughout our educational career, we have been taught English language, the tenses, the structure, the grammatical rules, each and everything. We pass and exams with flying colors are the colorful ways, but instead of that we are not fluent in English, and at the end of the moment we just say that it is a foreign language. In spite of that, we have spent a lot of years. So how to break this conditioning of mentality in English language?
Okay.
I think you are an appropriate person to ask kind of question.
Actually, this happens because our school system focuses on reading and listening. They don't focus on speaking and writing much. So, when a full class, I mean 40 students are studying, it's so easy to read something. So, they are just taking in information. They are putting information in their mind. And they are, when teacher is speaking, they are listening to it. It's very difficult to give them speaking practice, because if 40 people, 40 children are going to speak, I mean schools don't have that kind of time. That is why they focus on input based learning. So that is input based learning. That is why we so easily understand it, but we can't speak, because listening and reading have made them like that. We are able to understand everything. We are not able to speak because we didn't speak when we were in school. We didn't write that much when we were in school. So I think schools should take notice of this, and they should encourage children to speak, because it is a foreign language and 90% of the adults struggle with speaking English. So school system should be changed like that. Even if they give 1 minute to each child, they should change it in a way that they get speaking practice every single day. Like very simple techniques can be adopted, just a minute, where they just give 1 minute to each child. But they should do something so that these children don't struggle in adult life.
Yes, ma'am, very rightly and truly said. Because if we just give 1 minute to one student, and if we calculate the whole year, it means 365 minutes.
Right, right.
And if we count into hours and the days, and it would be an accomplished deed. And in fact, and one thing I have often noticed, that reading is there, but listening, whatever we are listening, we are trying to listen in our native language. Teachers tend to comprehend, our teacher tend to make the student understand in their native language. We are only taking the half input in terms of reading, because we are listening and we are comprehending, we are understanding each and everything by the medium. I think this is the problem, that due to which we are facing a lot of issues. And in fact, now school system are the orthodox, are the educational authorities should consider this matter to their accountability, that now speaking session should be introduced in each and every session, because without speaking, problem will be problem, and it will change into epidemic.
Right,
right. Pandemic.
Because the children who score 90% in English, when they are asked to take part in a group discussion or anything, then they struggle so badly. I mean, all those children who are toppers, even they are not able to speak English. I am a live example of that. I was a topper in English. There was no speaking activities. There were no speaking activities in my school. Even the English teacher used to explain the concepts in Hindi. Just imagine. So all the teachers used to speak in Hindi, or the school was English medium. Even in English medium schools nowadays, I have seen that many teachers speak in Hindi or the native language to explain the concepts. Then how it is English medium school? So in spite of being a topper in English, I was not able to speak in front of anybody.
Then it means that you have done a lot of hard work, and you have done a lot of practice to get this kind of fluency, this kind of standard, that you are now well known and well familiarized with lot of people, with your accent, with your fluency indeed. When words are coming to you naturally, without any hesitation, and you are speaking continuously, and this is a remarkable quality, and it denotes that you are a hardworking personality.
Yeah, I had to work so hard because I came from a Hindi medium school. I was in Hindi medium till class 8. After that, I shifted to English medium, but there also they used to teach everything in Hindi. So because of the environment, I had words in my mind. I had sentences in my mouth, but they would stop here. I was not able to speak because there was this hesitation. I had no courage to speak a single line, because everybody around me, when 99 people are not speaking English, then it's very difficult for one person to muster up courage and speak an English sentence, because my classmates used to say, "Baith ja, bahut Angrez mat ban." That kind of atmosphere, then that discourages you. So when I picked up a job, I was a computer teacher. There I was in an atmosphere where everybody spoke English. Then my English speaking journey started. Before that, I was just a good writer and I was good with grammar. Then I started speaking English and I used to fumble so much in front of my own students. Just imagine. I was a computer teacher. My students used to speak in English. My colleagues, my boss, everybody spoke English. And here I was, and it was not allowed to speak in Hindi. I would say something, then I would stop, then I would say something, then I would stop. So I initially used Hindi plus English to teach them. Then I started observing those children. I started picking up some sentences from them, some from my colleagues, some from my boss. So for 3, 4 months, you can say I used to feel embarrassed in the starting because teachers and students, everybody got to know that she was not good with English. Actually, it shows. They could they could make out that ma'am was not comfortable. Yeah. But after 6 months, I think now I say that it was good that they put me in an uncomfortable situation. So I would like to say this to all my viewers: unless you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, nothing is going to happen. So if I had not been in that situation ever, then maybe I had been only good with grammar only, with written English only. Maybe I was not able to speak English at all ever in my life. So now I feel so blessed that I was put in that situation.
I'm very truly said by you that because I am a firm believer of this reality that if until and unless you are put in a burning furnace,
Correct.
you can't be a gold. You can't be a gold.
Yes, yes.
So these tough situations, when we are just humiliated, when we just feel that we are choking our breath, we are no more and we can't survive. How can we do this and how can we do that? When it is totally unmanageable for us, and still we are managing somewhere, then this furnace is making a ground for us to be an accomplished person, and the reward is there in the form of gold.
Yes, yes, yes. So, many English learners think that they are fumbling today. Tomorrow they want to become a very fluent speaker. But in between, there is a hole where they have to go through an uncomfortable situation. They don't want to go through that. They want to become fluent without going through that. That is not possible. We all have gone through that, you know.
Yes, we can't jump or we can't skip. It is an inevitable, it's the integral part of learning English
Correct,
language.
correct.
If you want to succeed, if you want to be happy or contented, then you have to do all these things. This is the first and the foremost and the final and mandatory rule.
Correct, correct. And many English learners think that ma'am must be very fortunate. She must be lucky that she speaks English. She wouldn't have had to work so hard. They think like that. And they don't believe that we also were in that situation. We were also struggling. We also had to go through this thing. They want to just jump and they think that people who speak English well as a second language are just lucky. But we are not just lucky. We also went through everything.
Yes, ma'am. No one is born lucky. No one is born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Correct.
And because I believe that the persons are the people who have made the history of the world, who have done so much to the world, they were not from the resourceful background. They
Right.
were from very humble background with little or no resources at their disposal. And I firmly believe that the authors, the writers, the philosophers whom we recommend and whom we are studying in our syllabus, they are not very resourceful person. They have gone through all the ups and downs of their lives, and because of the ups and downs of their lives, we see the colors. We see a rainbow of experiences, and we are getting benefit from them.
Right, right. They were not just lucky, they didn't become famous overnight. They did something extraordinary. That is why they are famous today.
Yes, ma'am. And it is a established reality that Rome was not built in one day.
Correct, correct.
Our entire empire. How can we perceive that a huge empire can be built in one day? No, it's not possible. Thousands or the hundreds of people had to burn midnight oil to reach this kind of task. But some people are just thinking that it is a Herculean task or it is a hard nut to crack and this thing or the that. You have to crack the nut. You have to break the shackles if you really want to get the desired results. And if we don't do this, we will follow the tips and tricks followed by shared by the English trainers, and the reality or the sad or the gloomy fact is that English learners do not accept that for 2 to 3 years or for the rest of the years, if you still continue watching the tips and tricks and you are not following even one trick, you cannot be fluent. But if you stick to one trick, only one trick, and if you follow that trick over the period of time, you will see the changes. There are many, I will say that there is a lot of important videos regarding tips and tricks, regarding challenges. But reality is that when there is another challenging video, we accept that. If there is another tip, we just skip this and we jump to over that. And this is the basic thing. This is the basic reality, and we have to accept that. I firmly believe that do it for 90 days. Do it for 90 days. It's not the matter of life for you. Do it for 90 days, and after applying it for 90 days, then decide. Then just get out of the distractions and sit in the lonely corner and ask from yourself, I have acted upon this rule or this tip for 90 days. What are the results? What are the benefits? What are the advantages? If the answer from within yourself is no, then work out for another thing.
Right.
You should not act as a juggler, just performing all the things in a circus.
Right, they are juggling because they think that maybe this technique works better. This is a magic technique which will make me fluent in just a few days, because they don't want to work hard. They think that this technique may give them results without working hard. So they are always looking for a secret and magical trick which exists nowhere. Sorry, there are no shortcuts. Everybody has to do the hard work, and they are so impatient that after practicing for 2 3 months, they say, "How much time will it take, ma'am?" They think that they will master a second language in just 2 3 months. We have been practicing for so many years. I have been practicing since I got married. Since then, I have been practicing.
Language is a literature, and to get the right kind of vibes, you have to get into that vibes. You have to feel. You have to feel. You have to make the emotional connection with that language, because if we treat it as superficial language, language will treat it as superficial language.
Right,
because
right.
it is a two-way process. The kind of emotional connection, the kind of sincerity or devotion we are showing to the language will return back or return us to back. And
Correct.
this is the thing we have to realize. And
Right.
we have to feel, and we have to feel this kind of reality that reading is my passion. I can't skip a day without reading. Listening is my passion. I have to listen. Whether I am happy or sad, I have to listen. Whether I am ill or whether I am healthy, I have to listen. Whether I am in the dark clouds or whether I am in a happiest or the most victorious moment, then you have to listen.
Correct, correct. Consistency is the key here. Even if you are on a weight loss journey, not on an English learning journey, if you exercise for just 5 minutes, if you are consistent enough, just 5 minutes will bring you results. I have seen that. Some people exercise, they just do 3 4 exercises and do it for 5 10 minutes. Even that can give you results if you are consistent. But if you do it one day, then skip next 3 days, then nothing is going to happen. Consistency is the key.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. And I want to know about, from you, that what is motivation according to you and what is success according to you?
What is the
What is success to you? What is meant by success to you and what is meant by motivation to you?
motivation? When we are happy with our work and we want to do it every day, that I would call that we are motivated to do our work. And we have to say in the morning, as soon as we wake up, that I have to do this. Without doing this, I will not be happy. Unless I accomplish this, I am not going to relax. So I motivate myself like that early in the morning, and I write things to do, and I try to accomplish everything by 4 or 5 o'clock, so that after that I can watch web series, I can go out, I can do my walks, I can listen to music. So I think like that I would reward myself with all these things, but without doing these tasks, without finishing this task, I'm not going to do that. That motivates me. And the other thing you said, what is success to you? I actually feel that being happy is success for me. I think happiness is the most important thing for me. You know, Earning more than my friends or earning more than my sister and brother or someone else is not success in my eyes, because even if I earn more, earning more and more, there is no end. If you earn this much, then you want to earn more. If you earn that much, then you want to earn more. There is no end to it. I want to be happy with what I am doing. So happiness is the most important thing for me, and that is success for me. If my work is giving me happiness, if I am contented and happy, so I am successful.
Remarkable words, ma'am. Remarkable words. I would say that this is the essence of, because success varies person to person.
Yes.
Because material object and if I say what is success according to me, then I would say that one thing is happiness. The next thing is that how much I have transformed my personality. If I am sitting where I was in the back here, then I am not a. Then I would not call it a success. But if there is a little bit twist in my personality, a little bit growth in my personality, transformation in my personality, then I would say that there is a kind of success.
Right. Yes. So I also want to be the best version of myself, and I want my life to keep getting better every year, every day. And I'm getting so much love from YouTube, that the love that I receive, that also gives me so much happiness. And I feel that, I was born for this, and I am so passionate for this, that now I feel that I have found a purpose in my life.
Yes, ma'am, this is the greatest purpose. And you are building connections all around the world. You are sitting in one place and you are having connections. You are having relationship with a lot of people, and a lot of people are showering respect upon you. And this is the greatest thing one a person can achieve, which a person cannot receive even with money or with a lot of prayer. We
Correct.
have often perceived that a wealthiest person is not known as a respected one, but a respected person can be known well than the wealthier person.
Yes. You are right. Okay. So anything else? I mean, any other questions that are left?
There are so many questions.
Okay. I think the meeting
And
is
I
going
think
to
that
end
one
in two, three
question for the,
minutes. The meeting is going to end in two, three
yes,
minutes. So we will have to wrap up the session. So
yes.
tell me what you were going to say.
Yes. And this is the most honored moment for me, I would say. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, ma'am, because every